In recent years, traditional teaching and learning methods have undergone a substantial transformation due to the incorporation of technology into education. Gamification is a particularly creative strategy that has drawn a lot of attention. It involves integrating games features such as leaderboards and points into educational events to increase students' motivations and engagement. This strategy is especially important in the online and remote learning environments where it can be harder to keep students motivated and interested. Stated by Saylor on 2017, the inconsistent applications of gamification components and their congruence with learning goals is one major problem. Studies indicate that a variety of factors including the gamified system's design, the particular games features employed, and the application context may influence how effective gamification is. There are several objectives in this study. First, to examine the impact of particular gamification component including interactive assignment on student engagement in UiTM PJJ. Second, to investigate the academic performance of students in gamified learning environments compared to those in traditional and online learning. Third, to investigate how gamifications affect intrinsic and extrinsic motivation in student enrolled in UiTM PJJ. Fourth, to explore how students react to gamified learning environment in remote learning programs that have different personal and professional obligations. Lastly, to identify the obstacles and restrictions related to gamifications implementations in distance learning programs and suggest solutions that might be implemented.
Now, let's explore the further how expectation and experience significantly influence the student performance. Expectation balance challenges. We set challenging yet achievable goals for our students. This not only promote intellectual growth but also deeply engage them in the learning process. By expecting more, we inspire students to strive for excellence, confidence, and performance. High expectations foster self-esteem and push students to meet a surpass high academic standards. When students believe they can achieve, they often do. Experience practical context for learning. Connecting theoretical knowledge to real-world application is crucial. Internships and extracurricular activity provide hands-on experience that enhance the comprehension and retentions. Opportunity for applications. Real-world application of classroom knowledge are not just about understanding, they're about doing. This practical approach to ensure learning is relevant and memorable. Holistic developments. Beyond academic, this experience prepares students for life, building their skills and the path the way for future success in various aspects of their life. Okay, let's talk about our approach to understanding this impact. Satisfactions. Positive learning environment. Maintaining a high level satisfaction creates a supportive and conducive learning environment. When students feel satisfied, they are more engaged and passionate about their studies. Adaptation to individual needs. Each student's unique needs and circumstances are considered, ensuring the tailored support that improve academic outcome. This personal approach fosters a deeper connection to learning. Motivation, increased effort and resilience. Motivation is a driving force that encourages students to apply a greater effort and show resilience in their studies. Motivated students are often more persistent even when faced with challenges. Improve focus and academic outcome. With high motivation, student is summarize our hypothesis concerning the relationship between various aspects of gamification and student performance. As hypothesis 1, expectation and performance. We hypothesize a positive relationship between student expectation fostered by gamification and their academic performance. Hypothesis 2, experience and performance. Our second hypothesis suggests that enriched educational experience to the gamification positively affect the student outcome. Hypothesis 3, satisfaction and performance. We propose that higher level of student satisfaction achieved through the gaming learning environment are linking to improved academic performance. Hypothesis 4, motivations and performance. Finally, we expect a direct correlation between motivations enhanced by gamification and student performance. Motivated students are likely to achieve a higher due to the increased engagements and persistence in their studies.
Population refer to a group of entities that researchers have targeted in studying and intend to generalize their finding. For this study, the population that is defined is from UiTM Puncak Alam under Human Resource Management course for semester 6 and semester 9. Based on the information obtained by HUP, the population is 180. Sampling technique used for this study is a convenient sampling which is a non-probability sampling. Convenient sampling is by selecting participants based on their easy accessible or availability. Respondents from EPJJ students from UiTM Puncak Alam under Faculty Business and Management were chosen due to their immediate availability. The sample size of this study represents UiTM Puncak Alam EPJJ student under Human Resource Management course for semester 6 and semester 9 with a total population of 180 students. Data collection techniques. There are two sections in the questionnaire, with section A contains 4 questions inquired on the demographic background of the respondent, while as section B were derived from the journal focusing on effectiveness of gamification in teaching and learning. Data analysis explained the techniques in analyzing data obtained from the questionnaire. Data analysis was conducted using SPSS 27 software with scale and analysis tools illustrated.
Let's proceed to result of profile respondent. Refer to table above. The frequency and percentage of male responses were 12 and 25%. At a ratio of 75%, female responses account to 36 of respondents. Okay, next is respondents of age. With an age difference of years, the smallest response was 39 and above years old. The age group of 21 to 26 years old accounts for the largest percentage of responders. Next, in the 6th and 9th semesters, the percentage are 47.9% and 52.1% respectively, and the frequency is 23 and 25 people. For normality result, the table shown that both dependence variables, which are students' performance, and independence variable, which are expectation, experience, satisfaction, and motivations, have normal distributions of data. It is because these variables' values for screeners and kurtosis are not less than -3 and not more than +3. For reliability result, the table displays the scales Cronbach alpha value, which is 0.826 for the expectations variable, 0.602 for the experience variable, 0.627 for the satisfaction variable, 0.889 for the motivations variable, and for students' performance, which is dependent variable, is 0.649. The items are consistently acceptable at this level and above to suggest the measure's reliability. Most variable values indicating good and excellent reliability, 0.9 more than alpha more than 0.8, which is good, and alpha more than 0.9, which is excellent, means that our data or measurements are rock solid, consistent.
The mean provides a central value, while the standard deviation measures how much value divided from the mean. A small standard deviation means values are close to the mean. A large standard deviation means they are spread out. Each variable, expectation, experience, satisfaction, motivation, and student performance, has 5 or 6 items. All means are around 4.2, indicating high average score. The standard deviation for all variables is 0.6, showing consistent variability across the board. Overall, these results are deemed acceptable.
Based on the analysis of the correlation between different factors and gamifications, we can summarize that the key findings as follows. First, expectation. There is a moderate inverse relationship between expectation and gamifications. The R value shows that 0.534. This means that as a gamification increases, the student expectation also rise. Second, experience. There is a lower inverse relationship between experience and gamifications. The R value shows that 0.494. This indicates that gamification slightly enhances the student experience. The third is satisfactions. A second higher inverse relationship exists between satisfactions and gamifications. The R value shows that 0.651. This shows that gamification significantly boosts the student satisfactions. And the fourth is motivations. The highest inverse relationship is found between motivation and gamifications. The R value shows that 0.710. This suggests that gamification greatly enhances the student motivations. The result indicate that the higher influence of gamification, the higher the motivations toward the student performance.
Based on analysis of the collected data, we show how gamification affects expectation, experience, satisfaction, and also motivation in teaching and learning. Furthermore, the result of this investigation will be summarized in the conclusion and summary of the research finding in this chapter. In this chapter also, individual and overall means and standard deviation are analyzed for the all construct and item. Analysis on the IB expectation. Based on statistics, the expectation table, we can see that the highest mean from 5 of the question is belong to question 5, which is gamification can make the learning process exciting and informative, with a mean 4.48 and standard deviation is 0.618. And the lowest mean was related to the question 4. Student engaged in educational gamification can improve their academic performance with mean 4.0 and also standard deviation 0.799. In analysis IV experience, we found out that two questions share the higher value of mean, question 1, gamification in teaching and learning makes a learner feel that they need to complete all the tasks given. 4.27 means and also standard deviation 0.765. And question 4, which is gamification, can assess learner capability and motivate them to excel in their courses. That will score mean both similar 4.27 and the standard deviation is 0.707. And the lowest mean score for this question is question 2, gamification push a learner to strive for better accomplishment. With the mean value score is 4.15 and the standard deviation value is 0.799. For analysis IP satisfaction, the mean recorded two highest mean score, which is question 4 and also question 3 respectively, with the value 4.44, and the question 3 SD is 0.61 and the question 4 is 0.712. And the lowest mean for the satisfaction question is question 5. I am satisfied with the gamers and reward offered in the gamification activity. With the mean value is 4.29 and the standard deviation is 0.743.
Based on the statistic for motivation, the highest mean belongs to question 5. The gamification activity motivates me to think creatively in solving problems with mean of 4.37 and standard deviation of 0.733. And the lowest mean was related to question 3. I feel motivated not to miss any class so that I can be involved in gamification activity with mean of 4.06 and standard deviation of 0.755. This indicates that the competitive or collaborative elements of gamification may have pushed students to come up with innovative solutions. Based on the statistic for student performance, the highest mean belongs to question 3. The post activities of the course improve my understanding with mean of 4.35 and standard deviation of 0.729. And the lowest mean was related to question 4. The suggested activities of the course generate useful material with mean of 4.17 and standard deviation of 0.808. This indicates that activities such as games, challenge, and simulations likely provides a hands-on learning experience, making abstract concept more concrete.
Based on table coefficient A, the largest beta coefficient is IV4, which is the motivation with p-value is 0.008, lower than p-value 0.05. This concludes that variable motivation make the stronger unique contribution to explain the dependent variable. The result debate that only motivation made a unique statistically significant contribution to the student performance among university UiTM EPJJ student under course B243 Bachelor of Business Admin in Human Resource Management, inshallah. In conclusion, motivation emerges as the most significant factor influencing the effectiveness of gamification method in teaching and learning. Therefore, incorporating motivation elements in the design and implementation of gamification strategy is crucial for achieving optimal educational outcome. This finding underscores the importance of understanding and fostering student motivation in the context of gamification learning.